Hi, my name is David Lundeen. This is the TSC Printronix Auto ID coffee break with Chris Brown. We'll be talking RFID today. Say hello, Chris.
Hello from Minneapolis.
And Chris, again, what's your title?
So I am the RFID Subject Matter Expert at Printronix.
Okay, and in a different world, you and I were going to be in Orlando at RFID Journal Live. So hopefully we'll be in Orlando in September for the rescheduled RFID Journal Live. So at the booth, we were going to have a booth on the floor of RFID Journal Live, and we were going to be showing quite a few printers. I think we were going to be showing the T800 desktop, the relatively new T4000 entry-level industrial printer, as well as the new T6000E 4-inch and 6-inch wide printers. So why don't we do a rundown of the booth, and if you can, tell me about the T800.
Okay, so like you said, we have 3 RFID printer models, and the idea is that we have a family, a product portfolio that covers almost all the needs and applications out there. The first is the T800 desktop. It is designed for standard smart labels. It can also handle a few on metals. You can check with our RFID Lab and find out which on metals it can handle. But primarily it's for standard paper and poly smart labels. It's a traditional desktop thermal printer, small footprint, economical. It's got a 4-inch print width and 200 and 300 DPI.
Okay. And right next to that, in our imaginary booth anyway, would be the T4000. Tell me about that.
Okay, so the T4000 is the next model up, and it's a mid-duty industrial with a metal frame, designed for slightly higher print volumes, about 5,000 labels or tags a day. The T4000 was designed from the ground up to also work with on-metal tags. So if you have an on-metal application, T4000 is a good choice for that. And it's 4-inch print width and 200 and 300 DPI as well.
Okay. And then we have the newly refreshed T6000 E Series. Tell me about those.
Okay, so originally we had the T6000. The T6000E is actually quite a bit different. The T6000E, just like the T4000, was designed for on metals. So both on metals and standard smart labels. The original T6000 wasn't designed for the on metals. The T6000E is the highest printer we have in our lineup, so the maximum print volumes. It's rated at about 10,000 labels per day. It's all metal construction. It's the most robust printer we have. It has a 600 DPI model in the 4-inch print width, and then it also has a 6-inch print width that's used commonly in the automotive industry.
What would be some of those applications on the 6-inch?
Automotive industry, so there are certain automotive shipping labels that require a 6-inch print width, and then there are also certain unusual RFID tags out there where it makes more sense to position the tag with the wide edge first feeding through the printer. If you use the narrow edge first, you can only have a few on your roll, otherwise the roll diameter gets too big. So there are some tag constructions out there where they flip the tag horizontally, and the wider print width helps with that.
Interesting. Are all these models shipping now?
They are all shipping.
Great. Okay. Now my train of thought is gone now. What's my next question? Tell me about the investment that Printronix has made in RFID over the last few years.
Well, we've come out with 3 new printer models just in the last year. So that's the T8, that's the 3 models we just went through. We've invested in what we call the RFID Printer and Label Validation Lab. That lab, we have 2 locations for that. One is Taipei, Taiwan, and the other is our Americas headquarters in Los Angeles. The lab will The lab takes inlays and tags from the big manufacturers, and they'll test them with our printers and make sure that they work with the printers. The tag can also help end users and individual customers. If you have a specific tag and you want to know if it'll work with our printer, we can help you out with that.
Okay.
And then, of course, they've hired me. So.
And it's a good thing, too.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
If a customer wants to learn more about RFID, we kind of only sell the printers, but what other services or what other help can you give someone who wants to take a deeper dive into RFID applications?
Okay. Yeah, I think you made a good point there, and that is our role in it is really just a piece of the whole puzzle. So if you're interested in RFID, you need to get a big picture, and that takes, of course, years of expertise and experience. So you can come to us, and the way we can help is by providing you information on our small piece of the puzzle, and we can connect you with other resources who can help you out with the other pieces of the puzzle.
Okay. How easy is it to configure these tags in a printer?
That part of the equation is quite easy today. So it's really just putting the labels, the RFID labels into the printer, then running the standard non-RFID media calibration, and then pushing another button that runs the RFID calibration, and you're done. It's much different than it used to be, where you had to put in specific power settings and put in specific settings for the actual inlay location. Those troubles are gone.
So if a manufacturer of labels or an end user who's got a specific application has a specific label, doesn't see it on our website or can't find it on our website, what can they do?
Well, first of all, if it's a basic RAIN RFID label or tag that's designed for use with a thermal printer, then 90-something% chance it'll work. We're reaching that stage in the technology that it should just work. When I say RAIN, I mean EPC or GS1 EPC or the ISO 18000-63, all basically the same thing.
Okay.
But if you really want to know for sure, you can contact our lab, like I mentioned before, and we can help you out.
How do they contact the lab?
Just send an email to rfid@printronixautoid.com, and we will give you the instructions on how to work with the lab.
Fantastic. Any closing thoughts, if I can?
I had one, but I forgot it.
That's okay. I just said any clothing thoughts. So,
Okay.
Let's wrap this up then, Chris. Thank you very much. Look forward to doing more of these.
Okay, thank you.